Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Nova Roma playthrough. And right now we're driving into Yugoslavia. So far, the offensive has been pretty successful. I did try and go for a cheeky run for the capital here. It didn't really work out. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to need to retreat here, because I do see more troops coming, and I don't really have any troops up here to support to hold on to Sarajevo, so I think that's what's going to probably end up having to happen here. I am being attacked. I think I'm just going to end up retreating here and allowing them to take some ground here back, or at least protect Belgrade. Not particularly happy about that outcome. I think the tanks instead I'm going to send down to the port here, and then we'll maybe come up as well. I would like these tanks to run in here. I accidentally had them retreat, which is not something I wanted to do. Oh. Hello. Well, let's see here. I do have an infantryman coming in here to back me up, so I'm going to go ahead and move here, and then we're going to try and destroy this unit. Alright, so we've got a report here. Alright, losses. 34 destroyers killed. 3 cruisers killed. Oh boy, I have heavy losses too. Alright, they're retreating. Although they might still be engaged, unfortunately. But I took massive losses there. Especially to my destroyers. I think it's probably time also that I told my ships where they're going to pop out. And I'll put them in here because it looks like that's where my ship's going to end up. And they probably should be safe from being bombed in this port. So I think we're safe there for the most part. But that's massive losses there. I guess I'm not too surprised. We're going against the British fleet after all. And just taking a look at the offensives in Africa. Doesn't look like it went the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. But I did get my colonial troops on their way. Okay, these guys have been surrounded. There we go. Getting it to register the click where I wanted it to is a little tricky. We're going to try and wipe out that division. My Alpine troops continue to push. Romania and Bulgaria are helping. Oop, I can modify my government. Alright, so there's a few different things I can do here. I can get mobilization up higher, although this would increase training time, which I'm not really a fan of. Conscription we could go up to extensive. Oh no, wait, that's the training time thing. What does war economy do for us? Oh, as far as I can tell, there's no real downside. We get more military factory construction, and we get conversion, and we also have less consumer goods being used. Currently we're on partial mobilization. So that would be the main benefit, is the ability to produce factories faster. We are currently building one. I think that's probably the route I'm going to go. I could also do some research things, but I think that's the more important thing right now is I don't think we need the manpower bump right yet. So I think war economy is where I want to go. Get this thing into high gear. And that should help get more factories working on construction. Alright, well, The unfortunate thing about my Navy getting knocked out like that is now that we're threatened by naval invasions. That was the whole point of having the Navy out there in the first place. But I just can't compete with the strength. It looks like we're doing very well here. How about this army? Still preparing. Still not really even in position. Well, hopefully they'll get there soon, and we can get them moving. Or for some reason, we're attacking down here. That's silly to do. Especially when you're fighting 6 divisions by yourself. This is why I don't let the AI do things. Probably the right call here is to redraw the line so that they're not really... No. Okay, let's try that again. I want this. Sometimes getting it to... There. That's better. Then we do the offensive line. To... There. And I'll let them get into position for that. You know what? I'm just going to tell this guy to go. I don't care about his preparation. Okay. Now let's get back over to the main front here. So if I take this one port, we'll pretty much be cutting all these guys that are in this pocket off. Although, alternatively, I could help with this fight over here. Although they're winning anyway, so I don't know if that really matters. Alright, I want that port. So I'm gonna go for it. These guys I want to help with that fight. This is obviously dangerous. Alright. I'm gonna have to call that off and attack here. These guys, though, can attack. There we go. All cut off. You guys go up there. I'm assuming this unit... Wait, there wasn't a unit here, was there? I thought there was an infantry unit over here. I'm gonna have these guys move down here. I don't know if the AI will reposition them anyway. You guys need to move in here. See if we can get some progress going. Alright, so as long as these guys don't try and break out, we're golden. So I'm going to back off here. Let them do their attack, then push in. You guys help out with the fight. Alright. Had to force some things. Okay, so we've got factories. We're not producing naval bombers. There's a bunch of things I really honestly need to do that I haven't done. So first things first, I need to get anti-air. Support anti-air. And support anti-tank into my main infantry units. And then Alpine units, I want just support anti-air, not anti-tank. We'll save that. I think that's going to be all the changes for now. And then in production, I have only one factory, so I can't do everything here, but I am going to build, I think, the anti-air, because that will satisfy two different templates. And then we don't have naval bombers, which I can't really help that. All right, and then I'm about to produce another factory, though, so we can get the anti-tank eventually. All right, so I have some dockyards. Just one. I did lose a lot of destroyers recently, so it's probably a good idea that I start producing those again. All right. I guess I can have these guys have their mission over here, even though they did take some losses. Okay. And what's the air situation? So we have air superiority in the Alpine region and the Western Balkans. So we're doing okay as far as air superiority goes. All right, I'm happy with that much. All right. Where are you headed? You're headed there. Can you, like, help with the attack here? Starting to get a little frustrated with the fact the AI is just sitting around not doing anything. I mean, they should have offensive plans. They should be doing them, but maybe the gains were a little too quick for the AI, or the fact that I took charge of the some things as well. Now, my Alpine units have almost captured their objectives, and I didn't really give them a further line. I think I'm going to wait for that. Okay, I have a low manpower popping up. As far as I can tell, I didn't recruit any more troops, so not sure why that all of a sudden just popped up. I'm going to ignore it for now, but also I'm just checking to make sure. Okay, so you guys need to be told to go. That's mostly what you're waiting for. You guys are already doing your thing. Why would you be moving that way? Your line's over here. Oh well, do whatever you want to do. Alright, these guys failed to capture the port. And the tanks are moving to try and cut them off, which is bad. Alright. Glad I saw that. And it looks like this army is actually moving and doing what they need to do, which is perfect. We'll capture Syria here, and we'll move on to the Suez Canal, hopefully. Alright. So I see where some of my tank divisions are. So I need to come in and defeat these guys. You guys, like, actually come in here and move? This is it's starting to drive me crazy. And I could have swore I told somebody to come into here. Probably the AI are overriding my commands because they like to do that. Alright. Okay, another factory. I knew that was coming. So now we can build the anti-tank. And we'll have those things satisfied. Okay. Air wings with no mission. Oh, I forgot I had planes down here. Alright. Oh, and we're being attacked. You know what? I'm not going to be having planes where I have them. Instead, I'm going to be rebasing them over there. It looks like we're having some pushing going on by the AI, and whew. Not sure I'm going to be able to hold out against that. Which means I'm probably going to end up having to rebase. Did these guys leave? Hmm. You know, I think I'm just going to risk what's about to happen here, and I'm just going to run. Wait, what do you mean I can't? Oh, the Suez Canal. Okay. Alright, so those ships are just going to get trapped, I guess. Oh, we can rebase them over here. Yeah, and we immediately get engaged. Oh, we're losing convoys. That's bad. Alright. You guys continue to move. And it looks like I may have my way open for Belgrade. As a matter of fact, you guys just start your movement over there. And other tanks do the same thing. We'll take out Yugoslavia, and then we'll worry about the rest. Alright. So what focus am I working on right now? Armored effort. So I should have the mountain troop thing, right? Wasn't that one of the focuses? I did? Minus 100% reduction ahead of time penalty for mountain infantry 2. Oh, crap. So that did nothing for me, huh? Because I'm already in 39. Wow, you really have to beeline that for it to be any benefit at all. Alright, so there's no point to that. Okay. So of everything I can do, I'm doing the armored thing now, so I should probably wait. I can get some artillery things done. Already working on land doctrine. Naval, we're good. Okay. I could do this. Factory repair speed. That might be useful now that we're in war. But I'm thinking about doing the weapons here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. Now, if I can take the Suez Canal here, that will really help. Going here. That guy's going over that way. Okay. I think, you know, we're really moving here. Alright. Hopefully we can push for Belgrade and take Yugoslavia out of the war. So I'm just going to move right into Belgrade here. Matter of fact, can't I do that move and get in there without having to encounter troops? Yeah, there we go. And there we go. Yugoslavia has capitulated. Perfect. Alright, so now that that's done, I can immediately turn around and get my units to fight elsewhere. Problem is, going down to Africa is with the Navy being able to do what it needs to, whatever it wants, will be a problem. I could send troops down this way, though. And if I did that, I would probably send the Alpine Army. So, where to send the White Army here? I could send it over here just for now. Although I don't know how necessary that is. Alright, well. Purple Army. I'm going to give you a front line that is going to be here. And I'm going to have to change the armies here. So you're there. You're going to be now in Italy. Okay, perfect. Now, this group here, I'm going to make a new army. And I will make them... I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just keep them the color they are. And you guys will be in charge of garrisoning. I know that's not a lot of troops, but we'll do... I might add troops into their army as time goes on. But I'll just go ahead and have them garrison all of the areas. Oh, not Albania. We won't need to do that. We'll just have them do that. And then my 5 tanks. Do I send it down into Africa or do I send it over to the west? Punching through this line will probably be difficult. They don't have fortifications, so they never went down that focus path. Maybe if I get the White Army here, we'll have the ability... if I can push into the city here, that would free my tanks to move, and we could start getting in here and capturing ports. Alright, I think for now, I'm going to rebase these guys down here. But, we'll see. Okay, well, definitely this has helped because it allows me to reroute troops. Alright. And we got stuck into a combat here, and it looks like I'm getting wiped out. I'm going to decline because I really don't want to take control of any more units than I already have. I don't really have many generals, so it's hard for me. Okay. Crap. I didn't beat them. I was about to send... Okay, it looks like I managed to push there. So it looks like I'm going to be able to capture this port, which is what I was going for. And half of my fleet here got knocked back. Alright. It looks like the British troops have rerouted quite a bit. Maybe they're starting to worry about the Suez Canal here, which is actually being threatened legitimately. Yeah. Alright. We've got a British fleet in here, which we're acting upon. Oh, planes. I need to rebase those. So these guys here, the fighters anyway, can reroute to the Alpine region and protect that. The bombers are going to do nothing. So I'll cancel their mission when I get a chance. And then all these guys need to reroute. This is a big airfield here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then anyone that has remaining missions here, I'm just going to cancel. There we go. Okay, so we got some factories from capturing Yugoslavia. So I'm going to put one here, one here. We're going to need that production, I think. I'm going to put one into fighter production just because I think it's important. And then the last one I think is going to go into infantry equipment because we're quite far behind on that. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, well, stage 1 of the war has been handled. I managed to take Yugoslavia. The tricky part is going to be what we do now. So we're into May of 39, so that only took less than 2 months to accomplish. So as long as I can hold out in Africa, we won't lose too much, although that will be tricky, I think. Maybe I'll go ahead and send this guy down here just to recapture that bit. And then one of you guys I'm going to actually strategically redeploy and put into the port the other guy came from. We'll see if we can recapture some of this ground that we've lost to the Brits. But it looks like they pulled out. So I'll be okay for the meantime. And once these guys rebase, I'm going to need the fighters. These two. To be in the Alpine region. And we're going to need to have air superiority. Good job. Alright. So they've got 1,000 fighters in southern France. I have 750 fighters in northern Italy. So they outnumber me, but now if I throw bombers into that mix, that will kind of tip the scale a little bit. But let's see what we can do with the fighters. So, you've got plenty of room here in this airfield. As a matter of fact, I'm planning on, I think, rebasing the close air support into this airfield rather than the one that's currently in. Okay. So we have plenty of room in this airfield, so we'll do anything here. All right, so fighter-wise, I've got a lot of these inter-war fighters in reserve, but that's about it. So I'm not comfortable creating another unit if it's going to be using inferior planes, even if the enemy's doing that. I don't think we're going to be doing that. So I'll just go ahead and progress. Alright, we're continuing to lose convoys, which is bad. Speaking of which, I probably need to start producing those, so I'll have to think about that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that before I forget about it, because there's a real possibility I'll forget. So, I'm going to go ahead and just start that production line. It's going to be a small bit of production. I think I'm going to have to back off on the heavy cruiser here and just do one of the dockyards working on the convoys so we can keep those going. Alright, unfortunately, the AI have not done much over there. Moving's going to be slow. It's quite possible I just don't have sight of the enemy. We continue to have discounts, so I don't see a reason why not to do that. So I'm going to take a look here at what path would be the best. So infiltration deals with infantry. That has tanks. Supply consumption. Night attack. Okay, more infantry. Okay, recon company. And then over here, we've got motorized, mechanized. Then we've got max planning. Okay, so that means I think we do the planning faster with that. Okay, infantry. Breakthrough. Max planning and planning speed. Okay, so maybe planning is... Yeah, that's how much bonus you get. Okay. And then finally, we've got a bunch of organization bonuses. So honestly, kind of a toss-up, but I think I'm going to go with the assault branch here. So I'll go ahead and take this. I don't have a lot of motorized and mechanized infantry, though. So that's the one thing I'm not sure about, because this emphasizes light infantry, whereas this emphasizes mechanized, which, honestly, I don't know how much I'm going to have of that. Because I'm honestly not producing any of it at all. I mean, I'm going to have tanks. But comparatively speaking, most of my army is light infantry. So I'm tempted to go down this path. That's a tough call. I mean, they're both good. I'm going to go the assault, though. Okay. Matter of fact, I think this is going to be a good point to put a... What is happening here? Oh. Venezuelan troops are attacking. I was like, what the crap? Might as well give these guys an offensive plan. And I'm going to make the White Army's offensive plan a little bit more ambitious. So, I'm going to have them come out to this line. And then I think just come across like that. And then like that. That's going to be the White Army's line. And both of these guys don't feel like they've got the advantage here. Probably the best plan is to wait until Germany gets involved in the war. That would put pressure on France to send a lot of troops up north. And hopefully we'll be able to do something with that. Because you can see the troop number comparison there. Kind of more in the favor of France right now. At least in my thinking it is. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.